Hey everyone, Sean here, and I'm back for another video. This is a little slightly different for you guys, but different for me because I'm actually having a different strap now. I have a chest strap that came with this like accessory kit along with the head strap, so that's why I was able to do that. But I'm trying to do the chest strap just to see how that looks. And I think like if I mess around with the adjustment straps and stuff like that, definitely is going to be the better one. Sorry, I'm like trying to adjust this stuff. It's a little tight for me. Trying to see if I can relieve myself a little more, but I think this is honestly the most loose I can go, the loosest, I guess you could say. I think it's because I have a bunch of like stuff on, or not stuff, but like my jacket and all that stuff. So I am in the garage after all, so it is pretty cold, I must say. It's still winter, so you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so let me put my phone down here. So the way I record things through here now is I am going to be using more of the GoPro, but when it comes to audio, so I'm trying to zip up my jacket. I am, for the audio, using my iPhone as essentially my sort of lavalier mic receiver. And the bottom here, I have a Hollyland sort of receiver right here. This is a Hollyland lavalier mic system that you can plug to your iPhone, and your iPhone can essentially become a lavalier mic receiver system thing. I find it more convenient, and when you send these files through Google Drive, it's really fast, so it's pretty convenient for me. I try to do videos with the iPhone, and it does work, but it just takes way too long. So maybe whenever I do iPhone stuff, I should go for more towards like whatchamacallit, like 2K or something, but I would like to do 4K just to have like that room, you know, that wiggle room. Anyway, so a lot of things for me to kind of nerd over, right? Video editing and GoPro stuff, and you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, essentially, this is how I'm going to do it though. It does feel more comfortable. I don't have to like strap it in my head. And when I ever do try to do the head strap, I think it's a little too high. I am pretty tall, like kind of like I'm like 5'10"-ish, so that's why, or 5'11", around there. So just under 6 feet. So that's yeah. Maybe I'm a little too tall for that setup. I don't know. That's why with using the chest strap setup, it's just I think it's just about right. It's a little funny though. I have to like lean my body just to point down the camera whenever I need to. But anyways, this is supposed to be a car detailing journal once again for what's the date right now? It's almost midnight, but still January 15th, and as of 2024. So still starting off, you know, the new year, right? First month of the year still, of course. There are things to look forward to when it comes to gaming, but just wanted to talk about some things that I was doing, and it is regarding to the cart, or yeah, I mean the detailing cart. So you can kind of see, I'll bring this forward a little more. It's a little different because, let me go ahead and kneel down here for a second and then bring the camera up here. The what you call the sediment filter, or the GE water filter, is now over here rather than up there, and that is because I'd rather have the balance for the car's sake, and as aesthetically entertaining it's like a head, right? It looked like a head to me, so that's why I did the eyes off to the side in the first place. But for the practicality, I think this will work a lot better just for the sake of balance, right? Weight distribution, blah, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. So that's why I have it like this now. and that's essentially how I'm gonna run it, potentially, because I've been really trying to get this filter system to work, and I've been really having some weird issues. So maybe, like, because as you can tell, actually, I'm actually back to this pleated one right here. That's the sediment filter that I had for the first time. Maybe go ahead and see. Yeah, see, that's what I like about the test strap. I can actually see the screen, so I can kind of see what you guys are seeing. So that way I can kind of aim it better. But essentially, we're back to this because, unfortunately, this filter right here somehow wasn't working to my favor. What's weird was because, according to the TDS meter, it didn't really do a whole lot. In fact, I think it added more ppm by a little bit. It could be, and I wanted to rule this out, kind of, or I wanted to make this a possibility that it might have been the TDS meter. So I, funny enough, had an older one, and I think it's American made. Let me go ahead and find it right now. It should be around. Oh yeah, it's like right under my phone. So let me just go ahead and pull that out. You see it's like a lot bigger right here. So this is the TDS meter from years ago. My mom bought this a long time ago for the under the sink filter stuff, but she never used it. So and of course the batteries were dead. So funny enough, I swap out the batteries for, where's the other one? I'll go find out later. But basically, it's basically like this, the same exact design, kind of. The buttons are looking a little different. But yeah, as you can see, it does turn on now. But I swapped the batteries from the newer one into this one, and I'm hoping this is the better made one, and this would be more accurate. I even have this little chart thing right here. It can tell you like what's considered hard water, all that stuff. Average tap water right here, which is 200 to 300 apparently. That looks like California's water is not average, or at least in SoCal anyway, not average tap water, unfortunately. At least according to the other meter. Because at the time of that reading, through the RV filter, the big blue filter, I was getting a reading of around 400. Through that filter over there, hope you guys can see that. That was coming out at around, it was like fluctuating too. It was like 417, 443. It was kind of all over the place. It never reached the 500, of course, but it was always around within 450 to 417. Very strange. I don't know what was going on. I flushed out the filter and everything. It even had like that black water. I waited for that to clear up, and I waited and waited, and then when it cleared up, I did my measurement, and it just wasn't coming out the way I expected to. It's a dual-purpose filter. It's got carbon in it. It's got the sediment filtration thing as well. You would think and hope that it would perform pretty well, at least decently, like down to 200 or maybe 100 even, right? But nothing happened. Nothing happened, essentially. It didn't even bring it down to like 300 like last time. And so I'm like in this weird confusion, like what is happening? Am I doing something wrong? Like, is my filter on too tight? If anyone has any answer to that, for those who have dealt with this stuff, like water filter and stuff like that, please let me know. I'm all ears. Right now, right here, you can kind of see that the pleated filter stuff is kind of like bending, like kind of curved a little bit, and that's due to maybe like me tightening it a little too much, and maybe that could affect things. if it's on too tight. So I'll have to play around with that once again next weekend. So yeah, it's been really frustrating. I'm kind of like just confused right now, and I'm just like questioning whether I should even go with it, right? Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna keep pushing through, and there's a little ant right there right now. But anyway, I'm gonna keep pushing through, hoping something will break through in a good way, of course. And yeah, I'm just hoping that something would come out good, would come out of it, right? Hoping that at least this would work, so I can use this as a means to try to extend the life of my pressure washer to minimize the minerals and stuff like that, since it is a sediment filter. This is just a sediment filter. It's not nothing else really. My DI water filter thing over here, the water deionizer, is of course changed color a little more because I tested it even more. And I actually tested this just alone, right? Very recently, last weekend. So I put the hose through this, and then out there, and I was actually getting a reading of 300 now, which is like, what the hell? That should not be that high. You know what I mean? And we still have some resin left. And maybe it is the fact that, you know, we have some loose space right here, like we have a gap. I should kind of see right there. I can't zoom because it's a GoPro, but you can kind of see it with that line right there. You see that gap right there? So I think it's just like, I don't know, either the resin is just not fresh or bad to begin with, or that gap is just really doing a number or something. So I think I'm going to give it one more shot or something. I'll give it another shot with this too, especially. I'm going to like tinker around with it more, like maybe play around with the tightness and see, like, I guess turn it on and then just tighten it as I go, so that way I just know when to really tighten it just enough so that the water doesn't leak out and not crushing the filter, right? So yeah, that's essentially what I can do now at this point. That's all I can do, and just hope that, again, something will break through. You know, we have a breakthrough and make some progress. What I will do with that, though, I know for sure, is I'm just going to change out the resin. I have the resin bag just sitting over there, brand new, ready to go. So I'm going to just dump out that. I'm just going to say, fuck it, screw it, and just dump it out. Throw in that new filter, the new resin for the filter stuff, and give it another go. And I'm going to actually pack it tight myself, unlike that. So that will ensure that everything is right, everything is done right. So now at that point, if the results are still more or less the same, or it's not still going well, maybe that just means my tap water is just not feasible, or it's just not workable or something. And that shouldn't be the case, right? I mean, it's just water, right? I mean, it's tap water. It should work with this system, you know, especially with this filter over here. You know, I was very disappointed with that filter. It didn't do anything. It's a sediment filter too, so it should have done something to it, at least. And like I said, it in fact added a little more ppm. So it's like, what the hell? That is so confusing to me. And that one shouldn't be affected too much by tightness, right? Like, just make it tight, and then it should work, right? But I don't know, maybe the carbon itself is adding ppm to it, but you know, the chlorine could be gone or something. I don't know. And so that's why I am going back to this pleated filter, because that's solely a sediment filter, and maybe that's all you need to do, is just to take out as much as sediment as you can before it hits the water deionizer filter system thing. So that's really all I could do at that point. So I just got to keep tinkering around with it, but it is frustrating. But I think that's like, you know, that's all part of the process, right? I've been through this stuff. I've been experimenting with this and this and that. you run into some walls and stuff like that. So you gotta just keep tackling through until you make some sort of progress, and you just keep going and going until, well, you've done it, right? So that's hopefully going to work out in my case. So, I mean, it is still frustrating. I'm gonna tell you that though. Oh man, but I don't know. Hopefully we get something done. That would be nice to know. I'm just gonna check on my phone for a second here just to make sure the GoPro stuff is doing fine. Yes. So, okay. Well, that's pretty much all I can say about my experimentation stuff with the filter. So again, it's been very much not a success, unfortunately, so thus far. And I didn't take too much away from that, unlike my initial run. So other than, yes, the resin is not tightly packed, excuse me. So yeah, I did though, this is going to be now a product haul kind of thing, but it's only one product, so it's not going to be that much of a segment, but we do have something nonetheless to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And oh, it actually broke through already. I don't think I even need the box cutter. Oops. That's kind of the hard part about the chest mount, is that it is like right close to my legs. So whenever I kneel down, this will be more of a common occurrence than with a helmet mount. Excuse me. So here it is. This is the Hyper Wash from Meguiar's. This is potentially going to be my go-to for my my foam wash. We'll have to see. We'll have to check out the lubricity and all that stuff. This is apparently going to be able to dilute it to 400 to 1. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just says mix 1 ounce per 5 gallons of water. That's for the bucket wash. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be all we need. Is just 1 ounce for that, hopefully, for the bucket at least. But when it comes to the foam cannon, that's going to be a little different. Let's see what the front looks like. Look at that. Hyper concentrated, ideal for use in metering or mixing systems, which I could potentially do. I can get myself, since I have the Griot's foam cannon, which is right here actually, that inside the weighted ball for the inlet tube, there is a hole. And that hole is where you can insert actually these like mixing tips. And these mixing tips will allow just enough soap or shampoo solution or whatever to go through just enough, depending on what you want. So if you want like a 1:10 ratio, there's a 1:10 mixing tip. You put that in there, and it'll always be 1:10 ratio or 10:1 ratio, no matter how much soap you put into, pure soap you put into you. You don't have to mix it with water or anything like that. You don't have to do your dilution mixes and stuff like that, which makes that very easy. You just have to dump shampoo and don't even think about it. The rest of the tip and the rest of the thing will do the work for you. And the water, of course, is coming from your pressure washer. That's the thing. So that is definitely going to be helpful if I can get that going. I'm sure the tips are still available on Griot's official website. And then funny enough, that is supposed to be the primary feature of the Big Boss, or whatever you call it, the Boss foam cannon from Griot's. That's the $100 one. But this is essentially the same thing almost, but just without the metering tip system. So you just have to buy the tips and then pick which one you want, put it in here, and there you go. You have yourself, you know, pure shampoo, and then just have water, and then however much shampoo you want to go through, that's up to the tip, really. That's what you want. That's up to you, really. So maybe if there is a 400-to-1 metering tip, I don't know if that exists. I can definitely put that in there and then save myself a lot of shampoo while I'm laying down enough suds on the car, and then do all the washing from there. So hopefully that would be my go-to when it comes to foam washing and stuff like that, with the foam can and everything. So that would be pretty fun if I can get all that going. But I've been meaning to, as I hinted in other videos, to compare this to Superior Products' own cherry foaming shampoo, which is called just like brush foam or something like that. It's called, other people call it just cherry foam. That's like, for a gallon, it's like 13 bucks, and that's like super cheap. But you know, there may be a reason why it's only 13 bucks. There's a lack that lubricity and stuff like that, like other shampoos do. I don't know, so that's why it would be good to, like, you know, compare and stuff like that. You know, like, because this gallon bottle cost me 34 bucks, right, before tax and everything. But does that, you know, reflect the lubricity of that, right? Are we going to get more lubricity? How slick it is, right? The measurement of how, or pretty much the term of how slick things are. The more slick it is, of course, the more safe it is for your car. So you want to go for a high lubricity shampoo, which is like a lot of the, you know, the $30 ones anyway. So that's why, yeah, that's the whole point of it, right? Like, is that Superior Products cherry foam this like hidden thing, right? This hidden tech for foam washing? Like, do we really only have to pay 13 bucks for it? I mean, to get away with it? But we'll see, right? Do you have to cough up the dough to get the lubricity, or you can you use just Superior Products cherry foam shampoo or whatever to get away with that? We'll find out later down the line. That'll probably be for February, a video in February, GoPro and all, you know, and hopefully we get some results. I'm pretty excited in that sense, you know. So that would be pretty fun to do. I've never done a car product comparison video before. I definitely can't say that. So it will be pretty fun, I say, you know. But there is one more thing I do want to get for myself, and that would be probably a 16-ounce bottle of DIY Details Incredible Suds. That's like the famous bottle. A number of people have it, right? A number of YouTubers use it. It's like, it has that, not notoriety, but it's well known for a reason, right? There's a reason why people are talking about it. You know, you only need is 1 ounce and just fill it up with the rest with water, right? And for your foam can, and it's just like incredible suds, right? High lubricity and all that stuff. It's incredible, you know. So that would be a fun also, like, because, like, you know, I want to, of course, experience what Incredible Suds has to offer, right? That's like the more high-end stuff, you know, the fancy stuff, versus like of course, middle ground one, I guess you could say, which is Meguiar's, kind of. And then you have the Superior Products Cherry Foam. So I think it's called Brush Foam, Cherry Brush Foam shampoo or something like that. I'll throw it in post of a picture or something. Anyway, I'll edit one in. Anywho, so that's pretty much the major stuff I wanted to get out of the way for this journal. So, yeah, because like I'm running out of the touchless, excuse me, the touchless car shampoo down there that hopefully I'm pointing at, according to the camera anyway. That one's kind of running low, so that's why I went ahead and bought it in advance. But might as well have fun with it, you know. So that's why I want to get myself a gallon bottle of that one, the cherry foam, and that's something very accessible too. You can just go to your O'Reilly's or auto parts store. I think they sell those too. Like any other auto parts store shouldn't have it, but I know O'Reilly's for sure has one, and I can just go walk in there and buy one, you know, for 13 bucks for a gallon of that stuff. So if the lubricity holds up, you know, I mean, if it's just less, what do you call, lubricant, I guess you could say, then something like Incredible Suds, then of course, yeah, I'm going to go to that one. I don't know, maybe it might be a good, whatchamacall, pre-foam, I don't know, and I just have to add some APC in there if you want some extra bite to it, like, you know, the Green Star. If I just throw in some Green Star in there, then we have ourselves, you know, a pretty powerful shampoo while cutting corners, right, where it counts, you know. And this is like high pH stuff, man. This is 12, I think 12.5 or 12 and a half, or just 12. So very high alkaline stuff. Throw that in there, throw that bad boy in there. You just need a little bit too, and you have yourself this cheap ass shampoo with extra bite, and there you go. When it comes to cleaning power, anyway. But I want to see, of course. Whoops, sorry, I hit the camera. I want to see the foam. I want to see how much foam these guys put out, and I think 1 ounce is not going to cut it. Unfortunately, I think I've seen what happens with just 1 ounce of cherry foam or whatever. But I'll check. I'll see for myself. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to add up to. We'll add as we go. Is basically what we need to do. So yeah. Either way, it would make for a pretty fun video. So just to preview, guys, you know, just a heads up, we're gonna have a battle between Hyperwash and the cherry foam from Superior Products. Well, Meguiar's Hyperwash versus Superior Products cherry foam shampoo. We'll see who comes out on top when it comes to foaming capabilities. I think the cleaning capabilities will be very similar, if not the same, since they're both pH neutral. It's really a matter of foaming capabilities and also lubricity. So if the two are very similar, then that would mean I would probably go to the cherry foam. You know, Superior Products. It's very cheap, very accessible. You know, why would I pay extra just to have just a little more lubricity or whatever? You're paying for the brand name just in that case, then, right? Well, I would be rather. It's funny though, because this and buying cherry foam combined is still cheaper than buying a gallon of DIY Details Incredible Suds. That's crazy. But there is I think there's a reason why for Incredible Suds to be that expensive, quote unquote. But really, in the long run, with how high quality of that shampoo is, it might be cheaper in the long run, right? Because theoretically, I might have to use 3 ounces of this every time, but every time I use Incredible Suds, it's just 1 ounce. So I think it all evens out. It's just really a matter of, do you want to shell out $75 at once, or shelling out 34 bucks, but you're gonna run out of this a little quicker, right? Therefore, you're paying more per wash over time. So really, you know, what's really the more expensive one? It's really a matter of, do you like do you care about the short-term expenses versus the long-term expenses? I don't know. I'm like blabbering on, I'm muttering or whatever. So sorry. So basically, we're gonna have a comparison video in the future. So please wait patiently for those who care about that stuff, you know, for car product comparisons, and you know what I mean. So it will be a pretty fun one, like I said. All right, so just random other things for me to mutter about. This sprayer I've had for a while now, but I haven't actually used it, and I used it a little bit for recently. I actually made myself I did make myself a clay lubricant sort of spray formulation with the rinseless right here, my O&R over here. I'm going to turn this around, excuse me. So yeah, let me also now move this, right? And yeah, so this spray bottle is actually electric, so I don't want to fire it off right now. It's gonna get quite wet around the area, so it actually performs pretty well. I used it a little bit on my car to like do some touch-ups and stuff like that with the spray and stuff and all that stuff. You can actually use this as a detail spray technically, because it's just, you know, rinseless and water, right? You know, and clay lubricant, I mean, you use detail spray as a clay lubricant, so it's all the same when it comes to this. When it comes to the comparison, anyway. Yes, there are dedicated clay lubricants, but all in all, that's just kind of what they are. They're detail sprayers with maybe a more bougie name to them or something, and maybe a slightly different formula, but they just add lubricity between your clay bar / clay towel and your painted surface right here. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess I can test out my mom's car for a little bit. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Let me grab myself a little towel right here. You can kind of see how it works. So, and kind of like practice with my chest strap setup and stuff like that too, with my aiming. So anyways, so here we go. Now, unfortunately, the car is white, so you can't really see, but you can definitely see and heard the thing going off. So I'm just gonna gently just get this all absorbed as gently as possible. Just let the towel do its thing, and we should be able to get that off in no time. No pressure, literally no pressure. But yeah, it's pretty slick. It doesn't leave anything behind, so we don't have to worry about that. And oh man, that smell. Dude, I can't tell you guys enough. This thing smells so good for me. I'm sure there's other rinseless that smells just as good, but man, like it's just man. I wish it was smell-o-vision so you guys can like experience what I'm smelling. It's just that good. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. It smells like berries, you know, maybe blueberry, maybe cherry, just berries, man. Just to me, it just smells like berries, and I'm a sucker for nice berry scents. So yeah, I'm just trying to pat it dry as much as I can without any pressure. So let me get to the plushier side. That was the short nap side. Let me make sure I get this all dried up. again with no pressure. Try to be very gentle. So, and there you go. That's just kind of how I do things, right? Well, how I will do things with this. So yeah, pretty damn slick. It will work very well, I'm sure, with the clay stuff, whether it's a clay towel or just a clay bar. Just go ahead and spread this out, let it dry. It's not too dirty, maybe like slight dust, but that's about it because it's in the garage. Let me also go ahead and get myself a second towel. Trying to find what's a good one. I guess I'll grab. The thing about it though is that if you put too much of this stuff, it is a little streaky. So that's why this would not be good for like, whatchamacall. For different purposes, like I would not use this for like the actual car wash. So yeah. When it comes to detail spraying though, oh yeah, that definitely is better now. All right. Oh man. That smooth feeling. Very nice. Okay, now we're talking. All right. Definitely a little streaking left, no streaking at all. Thanks to this now. I'll probably add, like once I get down to here, like, oh wow, we actually went down right here quite a bit. I'll probably add a little more water just to make sure it'll like level out, you know, so it won't streak as much, but we still have like that lubricity stuff, you know. So anyways, yeah, so this is let me actually, yeah, so this is I think it's called, yeah, it's just a Hi-Fi, like just like electric sprayer or something like that. Runs on lithium battery. You can charge it with a USB-C. Very nice. And then, yeah, it is a Chinese product, but anyway. Very convenient though. You don't have to like trigger spray or anything like that. It's just like you just press a button, it just keeps continuously spraying until you hit the button again. It's pretty nice. Although you have to be pretty careful because it does, like when you hit it, it will fire off. There's no like safety or anything like that. No safety button or whatever. So you have to be kind of careful. I've had it go off a few times, like just prematurely or whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, the inlet tube actually though is has a nice it's like it definitely has one of those like weighted balls or whatever, except it's that one is plastic, unlike something you would see in like the Griot's foam cannon. But it still, you know, moves around, so that means like when you angle it differently, it'll get all the formula and it'll be more efficient that way. You don't have to like keep adding just to spray more or something like that. You can use it all the way or very close to all the way. So it's a pretty nice one so far. We'll see how long it lasts, but it does mist nicely. So I'll definitely play around with it a little more just to see the dilutions and stuff like that. But I'm sure it'll perform great as a clay lubricant, right? Because after you clay, you want to add some protection anyway. So now, even if we leave the streaks due to a little too much rinseless, the waxing process, the protectant application will make that go away. So there you go. That's why I said it's a good clay lubricant. So maybe we'll just leave it at that. I know I'm gonna keep buttering something like that, but I can't help it, man. I just can't help, you know, Go on about cars, man. that's how it goes. That's definitely how it goes. And you know what? Hey, I forgot I have one extra bottle proportioner. Look at that. So I can fit that to down there, the Meguiars. And you know what? We'll do the honors right now. So, because we don't really use this that often for brake buster, because most of my washes, I just use rinseless and just like do a quick brushing and stuff like that. And when it comes to if I really want to clean it, then I'll break out the brake buster, and then clean the tire and everything, clean the wheels, and then proceed with the tire shine or tire protectant or dressing with this stuff right here. Good stuff from Turtle Wax. It's the graphene acrylic tire coating, spray coating. Very good stuff. Leaves your tires black for a pretty long time, especially if you clean them pretty well. And dry, of course. So it's still on. I mean, it's been about more or less a month from the last time I applied it. Still on there, man. My tires are still black, looking pretty good. Doesn't have that candy-like shine to it. So if you do want to get that sort of finish, you just apply more. But I just apply it twice, and it gives you that nice satin black tire sort of finish. So that's what I like. So let's go ahead and put this on, shall we? Before we sign off. So here's how it works. So I'm just gonna go ahead and poke this through. Let me see if that, there we go. Poke that through. And, oh, hello. We hit bottom here. Oh no, what do we do? You kind of just have to force it. So there we go. And let's make sure we have a nice shot right here. And then just gotta just make sure everything's all lined up, and then twist it down. Oh wait, actually, before we fully close it, actually, we can still smell it once we open up this little tip right here. But yeah, it's on there. It definitely is on there. Let me see if the cap is on straight. Okay. Let's go ahead and tighten it a little more, just a little bit, not too much, and then go ahead and have a little sniff right here for myself. Okay, I can smell it through here, but let me go ahead now. I'm gonna have to loosen it up a little bit. Oh man, I can start smelling it. Oh, it definitely has that cherry smell to it, but it's not too strong. But it's still a good like shampoo smell. That's pretty nice. And okay, now we can tighten it up from here. As you can see right there. Okay. All right. I will leave that be now, and let me see. Yep. So let's see what that looks like, though. Actually, it is a little tight, or it is a little long. So I may have to cut it a little bit. So we'll work on that. Let me see. Let me see if I can like cut it a little bit. It's just a little too long. So hold on. Let me see what that looks like. Is it like an angled tip? It's kind of an angled tip. Oh no. Okay. We're getting some shampoo onto the seal now. Let me be a little more careful. I'll cut it off screen or whatever. You guys don't need to see that. You try to like push that in there. But oh, I can, yeah. the lubricants is definitely felt here, but we'll have to see once it like actually foams up and actually like is applied to the car. So we will find out soon enough of how it performs in comparison to the $13 per gallon shampoo. Foaming shampoo at that too, so it's not just a shampoo, it's the car foaming shampoo they put in your foam cannon. So I'm sorry, Brake Buster, I'm going to have to move you out and put this guy into here now. Looks kind of cool, right? You got the blue and the red now. Also kind of shows you how much O&R I've been using. I've been using about approximately that much. We're right here. And it's been, I bought this back in October, so we'll definitely get through it right before the year, all right? The year round. Just estimating how much I use it. So, because this is something I use more. So, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. And it's not like I use like, what do you call? I don't like make that much clay lubricant that often either, you know, so, yeah. I never realized how like purplish this liquid is. It's supposed to be more pinkish, but in some like angles and lights, it becomes more bluish, so it comes off more like a purple like a weird magenta almost. It's kind of strange. Let's see where we can put this though. Because I can't put this below in the cart because the proportioner does take up some room. Oh yeah, this is my little speaker. Don't worry about that. It's just a random Bluetooth speaker that I use for the garage. So I'm actually gonna put that somewhere else off the video. But anyway, I'll put that over there for now. Maybe I can move this spray bottle, and I'm just gonna have it right here. Oh yeah, we don't need this polish, or I'll actually put it like down here, right there. Okay, and then we'll put this spray bottle somewhere around. Let me see. Yeah, I think these bottles can move too, so we can get these out of the way. I'm gonna use this for like, actually, you know what? We can put a little bit of water in here just to reduce the possibility of streaking, but still have the appropriate lubricity here. So you kind of see what I'm talking about with this like wiggly inlet tube, and you see the ball right there? That's what I'm talking about here. So how do I do this? Oh yeah, let's just go to the washing machine. We'll do it from there. And we'll carefully level it off. Grab this one right here since it's already been opened. Okay. All right, we'll put a little bit at a time. I think, yeah, I think we should be good. Okay, just a little bit. It was just a little bit. This is a 1 liter bottle, by the way. And give it a bit of a stir after we tighten it. Okay. Slightly watered down now, so now we can not have to worry about streaking as much. So, battery on this is pretty nice. Sprayed it, hasn't really showed any signs of wear or anything like that, or needing of charging. So yeah, pretty cool. I'll put these bottles over here. Okay. And other future stuff, what I'm going to do is once I get the filter stuff all like done with, even if let's say like the ppm stuff is still kind of like inconsistent or whatever, I think I'm just gonna just roll with it and say fuck it and just use it as it were working, right? Like I just assume it's working, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just go and believe in it, right? And just assume that it is working, and then just use it for my rinseless formula stuff. Any spray solutions, anything I like dilute or whatever, I'm going to use the quote-unquote spot-free water, right? And not actually use it for my spot-free rinse, because the rinseless at the end of the day will probably do most of the work, especially once I spray it onto the car, to prevent most of the harsh water spotting. So if you guys want to have a cheap way to prevent water spotting, get yourself some rinseless. It could be O&R, it could be Absolute, it could be DIY Details rinseless. It could be any rinseless really, especially when it's polymer based. As long as it has some polymer based formula, it will work like a water softener. And DIY Detail does both. It has the best of both worlds. Excuse me. Because DIY Detail is both a surfactant and a polymer-based formula as a rinseless, which means, for those who don't know about surfactants, it means it foams. So if your all-purpose cleaner at home, like say you use like some sort like 409 or something, right? If that foams or bubbles as you spray onto your like mirror or window or anything, any surface, that means it has surfactants to make it foam. Foaming is good. It does help it effectively more, because any bubble popping from the foaming is more action of the formula to work on like the dirt or whatever it is to help clean better. So yeah, in theory, that could mean that DIY Detail could be the best cleaning rinseless. But when it comes to sort of like the slickness and all that stuff, we don't know. When it comes to polymer-based stuff, this is up there. Pure polymer-based stuff, this is up there, along with like Absolute from PNS. I do want to get a gallon of that to try it out next to see, what the hoopla is all about, right? But this is like a try and true rinseless right here. I mean, it's served me pretty well. I love it. I love the slickness of it. I love the smell, of course. It is just fantastic. The smell alone, I love, right? Let me grab the cap right here from the shampoo. But, like I said, man, it's a drug, man. I can't help but just have any excuse to sniff it. Oh man, that smells good. Oh man, I wish you guys can smell that. I mean, maybe it's an excuse to buy it, just to smell it. And you have yourself a very good car washing solution. So I recommend it. I really like. I've been really liking the rinseless wash method. I think it's very effective. It's very efficient. It really cuts down sort of like the hassleness, the sort of the tediousness of car washing. Because that was like one of the reasons why I just stopped caring in the first place, is just because of how a lot of the tedious processes felt, right? Claying, polishing, compounding, and of course washing the car itself, especially having a dark car and all of that in the past. I wish I had this stuff when when I had my Lexus, you know. The closest thing I've had was waterless, but I had no idea how to use that, so I just kind of used it willy-nilly. So I kind of used that in vain, I guess you could say. But I just used Meguiar's, what do you call it, the this stuff, man. This is the classic gold class car wash shampoo and conditioner. Classic stuff. Like, you know, the average Joe car washer definitely knows about that, for sure. So yeah, we're coming up an hour, so I'm gonna stop it right there. Let me make sure I have like anything else to say, any future stuff that I may potentially get. Oh, so on the topic of tire/wheel cleaning, right? Brake Buster, right? I think once I'm done with Brake Buster, Superior Products has supposedly a very, very good wheel/tire cleaner, which is a Dark Fury. So I do want to check that out, and that also is a pretty cheap in a gallon or something like that. I think it might be $30. I'm not sure. I'll check up on that. But it's like around the similar price with Brake Buster, and I see very promising results in comparison to Brake Buster. So that might be the better cleaner than Brake Buster. That's non-acidic, of course. So that could be my future go-to potentially for that kind of wheel/tire cleaning. So yeah. That is pretty much. Oh yeah, and then when it comes to the spray-on, rinse-off sealants like Geon Wet Coat, I don't know. I may want to try out the DIY Details Quick Beads next. We'll see. I feel like they have similar results, similar durability, similar performance, and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that. I mean, they're both around the similar price, if not Geon Wet Coat is a little cheaper just because I think it's $25 for Quick Beads. I think this is like 22 or 20. It really depends on the price fluctuations at the time on Amazon. Quick Beads by itself on DIY Detail is $20, but you have to pay shipping and stuff like that, so I have no idea what the final cost is. So I don't know. I'll play around with it. We'll see. But either way, one last thing, very quick though. You see this towel up here? That's the liquidator from Rag Company. I did the pre-wash, letting it hang and dry, and it definitely is dry now. But I'm gonna just keep it up there until I actually really need it. So yeah. That will go along with my twin drying towels right here. Oops. Oops. That's just the foam cannon falling. I have these two drying towels right here. They work great. But you know, it's nice to have that extra drying power. So that's why I, oh, where did that go? Oh, that just fell on the floor. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's no visible anything on it or anything like that. Let me go ahead and yeah, I'm just gonna put it right there. So, oh yeah, this is like front heavy, so that's why you just wanna put it like that or something. Okay. So, all right, for reals, that's all I got. That's all for the journal. So thank you very much. If anyone has any comments or questions, or if you want to randomly talk about some car washing stuff, I'd be more than happy in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. We'll definitely have more videos. I've had some B-roll when it comes to my experiments with the water filter stuff, so I may or may not have thrown it up in post edit or post production. But yeah. Anyways, you know, I'm gonna continue my enthusiasm as a weekend warrior for car washing. I love it. I've been enjoying the process of it, especially when I did my sister's car. Her car was extra dirty. She was really happy with it. I love that. I love her reaction, and that's the stuff I live for. So I'm gonna keep going, and we'll see. We'll see if I go from weekend warrior to an actual business person. I don't know, for mobile detailing. I have no idea. We'll see. May even, you know, maybe quit my other job and once I become a detailer somewhere, you know, somewhere, whether it be at a actual detailing workplace, or maybe a dealership. I don't know, man. That's how much I enjoy it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this journey takes us. So, anyways, thank you very much. This has been my journal for my car detailing stuff. We'll be back for more. I just wanted an excuse also to try out this chest mount, see how that felt, and I'll probably yeah, I'll probably go with it, man. So, also I got more battery, more batteries for this GoPro. I got the Enduro stuff, the Enduro batteries. So it's actually lasting a little longer, so I'll actually stick with the 2. That was a good test as well. Anyways, thank you very much. Hope to see you all in the next video. Sean out.